guys, my name is Lulu and these are my books. Today, this is gonna be a little bit different from my, in the past, I was pretty well known for, not really well known, I only have 33 subscribers, which I'm grateful for all of you. But my videos that did the best were my monthly book updates, where I showed you all the books that I bought in the month, from that month at the tail end or the first of the next month. It's just kind of that thing for me. So I'm doing a double take on this, and I'm doing a video where I show you the books I have obtained versus the books I'm giving away. So this is actually kind of interesting for me because I've been talking about like expanding, not really expanding, but more of like getting rid of books that I am either not going to read, have no need for anymore, or books I just want to replace with prettier editions because I know I am eventually going to read them and I just want better editions of them on my shelves. You know, all of that. So, I'm going to, so I don't know how this is going to turn out, but I do have some pretty substantial stacking on both sides, and and the thing about it, the thing about this is that, for the getting rid of things side, the absolute majority of what I'm getting rid of has either been replaced or is going to get replaced by prettier editions, and then there are just some that I'm just giving away because I just don't want it anymore and all of that. So we're doing this. And then with all the books I've obtained, that's pretty standard. So yeah, without further ado, let's get started. Okay, so I think we're gonna start with the books I have obtained. This is culminating for the last month or two. I have no real clue, but I'm just going to show you what I've got in here, and yeah. So the first book we have is the Barnes & Noble exclusive edition of Pride and Prejudice by Jane Austen. I've been meaning to pick this book up for a while, honestly, and this is going to be a running theme. With all of my classic books, I want to replace them with prettier editions, specifically the ones that come in them, the Barnes & Noble leather-bound editions that they sell for like 15 bucks. So yeah, I decided to get the Pride and Prejudice one because I really enjoyed this one. This one's just really pretty. I love the green sprayed edges along with the blue, but also what I really want to know is, see, the reason I picked this up is because I am the kind of person that, I'm just not a romance person in any way, in any sense of the word, but, you know, and you all know who ruined that for me. But something I want to do is I want to be the kind of romance person who can, like, you know, read romance books and, like, you know, be happy with it. So I think I thought I would start off with this as my baseline for a romance book and then move on. And I think, from what I understand, Pride and Prejudice is more of a, from what I understand, it's more of an enemies to lovers type thing, but it's a historical fiction kind of thing. I mean, I've watched the movie a couple of times, but I don't remember anything. I really don't. All I remember is that one scene in the rain where I think, what's her name? Elizabeth and Mr. Darcy are like yelling at each other. That's all I remember. That's all I remember from this movie. That's all I remember from that movie. So I'm excited to get to the book. The next is a trilogy. I've been meaning to get these for a while. If you've seen some of my videos, you'll know that I've been meaning to get these for a while, and I did get them. I got them like near like the midpoint of summer or something, and that's the Poppy War trilogy by R.F. Kuang. So here's the thing about the Poppy War trilogy specifically. I got these editions off Amazon, and I very specifically wanted the white editions because it's not that the original covers weren't nice, it's just that I just preferred the white editions of it. I don't know if these are the UK editions. Hold on, let me look this up actually, because now I am thoroughly curious. Yeah, these are American editions. So yeah, I just wanted the white editions of the Poppy War, so I'll show you. I really like the like very brushstrokey art against the white background. you know, all of that. And then the backs are really cool. And I also looked into getting the Illumicrate editions of them, but I'm like, those are not impressive enough to be worth the $1,000 that people are selling them for. So, you know, it's just saying that. Here's the Dragon Republic. I really like this bird, honestly. This is like, I think, my favorite part. There. And then, very last, the Burning God. This one really caught my attention. I just like the purple and the black and all of that. And then the back is probably my favorite part of this book. So yeah, I am really excited to get to these books. I am also really, I've also heard that they've wrecked people, like very emotionally wrecked people. So we are going to have to see how this progresses. But yeah, I'm really excited about the Poppy War. If you don't know what this series is about, it's essentially, so I've read the sample on because I'm doing this thing where I'm reading samples on hold on, I'm gonna put these down. I'm doing this thing where before I buy books, I'm reading their samples or like first chapters on Kindle Unlimited before I get them, just to decide whether I want them or not. And with the Poppy War, there was only a sample available, so I read that. And honestly, I was really excited by it. I don't remember the exact premise, but I do know that literally it's about a student pretty much rising up, going from a servant peasant kind of thing to engaging in the third Poppy War, I believe it is. So yeah, and I'm really excited for it. And also, I mean to get into like a lot of like historical, like Asian fiction kind of thing like this, because I've been watching a lot of Chinese dramas as of late. And it's honestly like half of it has become part of my personality. Like I've been reading so much. I'm not reading. I've been watching it. I've been watching so many Chinese dramas that I'm like half fluent in the language. That's actually like kind of impressive, but also it's not healthy. All right, next book. This is another classic, but I have Little Women by Louisa May Alcott? Wait, what? How doth one? Yeah, Louisa May Alcott. Specifically, this is the 150th anniversary illustrated edition that I really like. I've been passing this book up for like maybe a couple of months at Barnes & Noble, and I decided one day, I was just like, fuck it, I'm gonna get it. So I got it. And honestly, I have absolutely no regrets because A, the hardback is so cute. It's so cute. So very cute. And B, the art in it is also really cute. The art in it's really cute. And I also like how all of the chapters have some sort of illustration at the beginning of them. It's just really, this book is just really well done. And also the type isn't enormously tiny. And that's also something I love, because I've found in classics that typically what happens in their editions, the way they're compiled, their text is so fucking small, and it drives me nuts because I'm blind, if you couldn't tell with my 4 eyes here. Sorry. But like classics specifically, I find very hard to read sometimes because I like reading physical books, but with classics, their type is usually so small that I literally cannot read it without an audiobook, and it drives me nuts. Anyways, I bought this, and because what I want to do is I want to read this book before I watch the movie, because I've heard mixed reviews about the movie, but I know a lot of people really love this book. I know it's essentially about these 4 sisters. They're either sisters or cousins or something like that. This doesn't really have a description on it, this edition. It doesn't. Honestly, and that's something that I'm actually really intrigued by, because I read The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue without knowing anything going into it. And honestly, I think that's what I'm going to do with Little Women as well. approaching it anyway. I'm going to approach it without any expectations at all. What I really want to do is I just want to read this and enjoy it for what it is without any expectations, you know, so. Okay, next book. It's a newer release, but Lessons in Chemistry by Bonnie Garmus, Jesus. So this was kind of half an impulse purchase, half not, because I've heard a lot of really great things about this book. And when I was in the store, I was like, huh, what could it possibly be about? And see, here's the thing. I knew what it was about. It's essentially this woman who goes from chemist to housewife to TV show host. And honestly, I love that pipeline so much. And honestly, I'm really excited. I actually brought this with me on my trip, on my birthday trip, but I never really got around to reading anything on the trip. So whenever I get to this, I will be very excited, honestly. And to be entirely honest, I'm really excited because this concept is something I haven't really heard of. It's a historical fiction, a historical romance fiction thing. It's really, and it sounds really interesting and very gripping. I'm really excited to eventually get to this one. All right, next book. This is the second book in a series. I don't know if this is getting any more books or not. If it isn't, if it's staying a duology, then I'll probably get the Illumicrate editions of it. But I have Hellbent by Leigh Bardugo, but I don't have Ninth House. I found this at the airport when I was legitimately, I shit you not, I was at the airport and I saw books and I was like, I go. So yeah, I found Hellbent, but I didn't find Ninth House, which was annoying. And so I was like, okay, I'm just gonna order it off Amazon. It's $27 on Amazon. I'm kind of mad about it, but like not really. But also it's just like, man, I'll get it eventually, honestly. Oh, and also Hellbent. I've also been hearing pretty decent things about this because here's the thing. Leigh Bardugo is one of my favorite writers. On the sole reason that she wrote the Six of Crows duology, and literally she will have all of my praise just for that series. So with Hellbent and Ninth House, I'm really excited because these are adult novels, adult fantasy novels. And Six of Crows had me questioning whether this was adult or YA. It's pretty firmly YA to most people, which is interesting, but it reads as, I swear to God, it reads as, what is it? It reads as adult. So I'm kind of interested to see how she does an actual adult novel, if you know what I mean. But that won't be happening until I get Ninth House, and I don't know when I'm getting Ninth House, so. Next books, this is actually another series. I'm not sure if this one's getting another one either. If it is, then I'm gonna have to get it. But it's Little Thieves and Painted Devils, the hardback editions of it. So here's my thing. I already had a paperback copy of Little Thieves. But then I decided I wanted Painted Devils, but I was going to have to wait another year to get Painted Devils in paperback, or I could have just gotten a Little Thieves in hardback. So that's what I did. Yeah. See, here's something that I'm really excited for regarding Little Thieves. It focuses on a morally gray character. And the first morally gray character that I've ever really encountered, like specifically, is Kaz Brekker. So I'm really interested to see how well this one's done. I've heard really good things about this series. And I know it's a fairy tale retelling of the Goose Girl, I believe. I believe that's a fairy tale. I am not entirely certain, but I think it is. But I think that's what it is. I think it's the Goose Girl. So yeah, and I'm honestly really excited because I've read the premise over and over again, and quite literally I'm gripped every time. So we're going to have to see. All right? And also just these covers are also really nice. I really just like how these covers are done. Just gonna say that. All right, and now we're moving on to some special editions that I've got. So one of these is from a fairy loot box. The other two are just things I've got because I didn't like the OG covers, and also I wanted, specifically with one of these, I wanted it to match so badly because I know I'm not gonna spoil it, because if I say anything anymore, it's gonna, you're gonna know what it is. So we're gonna start with the fairy loot one because there's only one. Bonesmith by Nikki Pau Preto. Nikki Pau Preto, I think, maybe, I don't know. But, yeah, the Bonesmith. This was the August box of, Reap What You Sow, I think it was. And I never put this in a video because I just wasn't making that kind of video at the time, really. But, this is what the card looks like. And then this is that in the back. And then here's something that is interesting about this one, is that the art is pretty repetitive. So with the art print that doubles as the author's note, that kind of thing, you know, all of that. So, you know, you see this, but then you see the edges, which is essentially the same screen printed picture. It's awesome, but like, it's not impressive really. And then the end papers are pretty much the same as the art print, but just more background. I'm pretty sure. Oh, but something that's really, oh, the back end paper is a different person. I think it's like the love interest or something. And then here's the naked hardback, which I really, really enjoy actually. Like it's really pretty. I'm loving this like sage olive green color. It's just really nice. And then we get to the real star of the show, which is the Under the Dust jacket. Ha 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 ha. It's so cool. I love it so much. Do you see this? Like, I kind of want to turn this inside out because I love it so much. Because, Jesus. Anyways. So that's the Bonesmith. I'm going to read you the description because that's typically what I do for my fairy loot boxes. So let's do that. Let me just reassemble this really quickly. Woo. All right. In the Dominion, whoa, sorry. In the Dominions, the dead linger, violent and unpredictable, unless a bonesmith severs the ghost from its earthly remains. For Bonesmith Wren, becoming a Valkyr, I think, I like, it's spelled as like the first part of Valkyrie, but I'm not sure how I'm supposed to pronounce it. I'm just going to pronounce it Valkyr, right? Becoming a Valkyr, a ghost-fighting warrior, is a chance to solidify her place in the noble house of Bone and impress her frequently absent father. But when sabotage causes Wren to fail her qualifying trial, she is banished to the border wall, the last line of defense against a wasteland called the Breach, where the vicious dead roam unchecked. Determined to reclaim her family's respect, Wren gets her chance when a House of Gold prince is kidnapped and taken beyond the wall. To prove she has what it takes to be a Valkyr, Wren vows to cross the breach and rescue the prince, but to do so she's forced into an uneasy alliance with one of the kidnappers, a fierce ironsmith called Julian from the exiled House of Iron, the very people who caused the breach in the first place, and the House of Bone's sworn enemy. As they travel, Wren and Julian spend as much time fighting each other as they do the undead. But when they discover there's more behind the kidnapping than either of them knew, they'll need to work together to combat the real danger, a dark alliance that is brewing between the living and the undead. Gideon the Ninth meets Game of Thrones White Walkers in this dark young adult fantasy about a disgraced ghost fighting warrior who must journey to a haunted wasteland to rescue a kidnapped prince. Yeah, this actually sounds really good. And also it's not, I honestly, when I first read the description, I was honestly kind of scared when they mentioned the male protagonist, because I was like, oh, is there gonna be a love plot? Honestly, this book's pretty thick, so if there is a love plot, I wouldn't be surprised, but also like, I don't get any feelings of a love plot. I'm not feeling it, so we'll see whenever I get to it. Moving on. The next two books are the most recent ones I got. I was very eagerly awaiting these. It's the Radiant Emperor duology, the book set specifically from The Broken Binding. She Who Became the Sun and He Who Drowned the World. And I was really excited about these because the Illumicrate editions just weren't doing it for me really. And B, how could I not? Also, these edges. Huh? Huh? Yeah, so there's that. These are both by Shelley Parker Chan, by the way. But yeah, when I saw these on the Instagram for The Broken Binding, I was literally like, mine. Gimme. I literally set an alarm the day of release, not even 15 minutes before they went online and all of that, to quite literally buy them for myself. I just, I'm literally doing the exact same thing for the Once Upon a Broken Heart release that Fairy Loot is doing in November. But the only way I can do that is through the email list, and I'm just hoping to God that I'm able to get a set, because if not, I will cry. I will literally cry. But anyways, so yeah, She Who Became the Sun. I'm really loving this, honestly. And then there's the back quote. Really, truly. It also came with a bookmark, which was really nice. You see, the top part says Rebel, Warrior, Hero, and the bottom part says Hide, Rise, Rule. And it's paralleled by a dragon and a phoenix, because that's, in Chinese culture, the emperor and the empress, specifically, well, men and women are denoted, men are denoted by a dragon, and women are usually represented by a phoenix. So yeah. And then here's the end papers. Oh, do you see? Do you see? And then there's that, the naked hardback. It doesn't have anything on the back, but like, it's so beautiful. It's beautiful. I love it. And then, hold on, I'm gonna put this back in here so I don't lose that. And then He Who Drowned the World. This one's my favorite, I think, just because I really like the phoenix motifs going on throughout here. And you see that. It's really nice. It's also just really nice. I also love the blue and gold, and also look at these edges. Oh, okay. And then the end the end papers. Ooh, pretty. And then the naked hardback. It's kind of hard to see because the blue's so dark, but like you can see, they're pretty much, they're waves. That's what they are. So yeah. But yeah, I'm really excited to get to these because again, I've been really into like Chinese culture and like specifically historical like Chinese like dramas and stuff like that. So I'm just really excited to get there. I'm just so excited. All right, and the last set of books that I have obtained over the last couple of months. I wanted these, but I really wanted them to match. And I also really like these editions. Can you tell? Can you tell what this is? If you can't tell what this is, you haven't been on Booktube for a while. But this is the Diviner set from the Bookish box. Yeah, the Bookish box. Yeah, and the Diviners is infamous for having mismatched editions of the books. So like, yeah, I really just wanted them to match. That's it. That's it. And also, I just really like these editions. Plus, they also included the bookmark thing that Fairy Loot did. Yeah, there's a... Wait a second. Wait a damn minute. Wait. So wait, this is the Bookish box thing, but I never noticed that this is from Fairy Loot. So... But who the fuck is this? It says October 2021 Broken Hearts. So I think this is from Once Upon a Broken Heart, but I'm not sure. Anyways, so this is The Diviners by Libba Bray. So there's that. It's like the little Ouija board thing on it. The edges on this one particularly, that one, and then the back quote thing, and then there's the spine. Just beautiful, beautiful editions. Beautiful books, beautiful, beautiful. Here is The King of Crows. And I love how all of them have their own unique color. It's just really, really nice. I love it. Wait, I have these in the wrong order. Give me a second. Because The Diviners was at the bottom and like, Anyways, The Layer of Dreams is the second book. This one's in green and all of that. This is so funny to me. And the thing is, I only noticed because the spine was off. And then Before the Devil Breaks You. That. And then The King of Crows. I'm just gonna real quick. But yeah, that's The Diviners. They're heavy too. Honestly, I'm so excited about these. I really love these editions. I'm actually like, after I finish what is it? The Rook and Rose trilogy. I'm going to start The Diviners because I'm just so excited. Okay. Anyways, I get way too happy talking about the new books that I've got. So now let's sober up a little bit and talk about all the books that I'm getting rid of. So the first one that I'm getting rid of, this one should be no surprise. You can already see it, but Fourth Wing, by Rebecca Yarros. See, I just didn't like this book. I have no intentions of picking up, Iron Flame. Because literally, I was having a conversation with someone on Discord about this. They were like, I'm just going to pick up Iron Flame because I just want to see how this goes. And I'm literally like, I have Twitter and Tumblr for that. Not even Twitter, like Threads. I have Threads and Tumblr for that. And she's like, you right though. Because I swear to God, I literally went to Tumblr because I wanted to know what happened with Face Sand in A Court of Silver Flames. I didn't care about Nesta or Cassian at all. I mean, Cassian is literally basically the Fern Group's pet monkey. So like, I love him, but I hate Nesta. Yeah, I just don't want this anymore, and I'm probably gonna sell it because literally, I could get so much money for this. I'm like, there's nothing, like, I've looked on Pango and Mercari. These books, first edition hardcover editions of Fourth Wing, are going for upwards of $100. And if you don't think I'm about to contribute to capitalism, you would be wrong. So yeah, getting rid of Fourth Wing. I don't need it. I don't want it on my shelves. No matter how pretty it is, I just don't care enough to keep it. So yeah, we're getting rid of that. Next book, was an impulse purchase. I don't know why I picked this up. I think it's because the cover looks cool, but, A Promise of Fire by Amanda Bouchette. Yeah. So this is a 4-book series. I didn't know that when I picked it up. And I read the first, not chapter, I read the first page and I was immediately like, no. Because this feels, because I've been wanting, because this is my phase of wanting to get into fantasy romance, wanting to be a romance person, wanting to be that romance girly. But when I read the first page, when like literally our main girl character and our male protagonist, our male love interest meet for the first time, it immediately screamed male love interest. And I was like, no, we're not doing that. So we didn't do it. Honestly, I couldn't tell you why I got this book. I really couldn't. But I know it was like on one of my way outs of one of my like days out of Barnes and Noble, but like I don't know why I have it, so I'm getting rid of it. All right, next is my paperback copy of Little Thieves. Again, it's already been replaced. Nothing more to say on that. These next two, well, yeah, these next two books, hold on. These next two books are Cassandra Clare books. They're from the Red Scrolls of the Eldest Curses series thing. It focuses on Magnus and Alec and their relationship as like boyfriend, and it's like all cute and whatnot. But here's my problem. They don't match my other editions of all of my other Cassandra Clare books. And so that is sacrilege, and they need to go until I'm able to replace them with editions that match. Also, they don't even match each other. Like, that point specifically made me mad. Because I got these as gifts, and I haven't gotten rid of them yet because of that. I got these as gifts. And so that's just how I am. I'm just a sentimental little person like that. But they have no purpose on my shelves anymore because I just can't keep them on my shelves like this. I'm that superficial. Okay, so there's that. Those are going. Next we have Mortal Remains by Mary Ann Fraser. Okay, so this book has been off of my shelves for a while. This was also one of those impulse purchases thing, you know? I was honestly kind of excited by it. The premise seemed really nice, but in practice of reading this, I noticed a couple of things. I just didn't vibe with the writing style. And the further I got in, I think the worse the execution felt to me. Like, I didn't even get to the main plot point, and I just didn't feel, like, any vibes from it. I just didn't feel anything moving into this book. So, we're not keeping it. I can't justifiably keep this if it's not going to be good, you know? And I'm also just not going to attempt to read it again. The cover's really nice, but I'm just not about to read this book. I'm not about to attempt to read it again, you know, so. All right, next book is Mistress of My Fate by Haley Rubenhold. So this book I was actually really excited for. I was really, 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 really excited for, and I just really love this cover. It just feels so artsy. But then I was like, I've had this on my shelves for like maybe 4 years, and I didn't know what I was really gonna do with it. And then I decided, you know what? Let me see what this book's about. And I read the first page and I was like, because it's one of those books that does the weird thing where it's like the main character is talking to the audience, and honestly didn't vibe with that. Essentially what this book is about, it's essentially about a woman who goes from being like a kind of half disgraced noblewoman to being a prostitute to take control of her fate, which is honestly pretty badass in and of itself in a historical setting anyways. But I just don't think it's done well enough here for me to keep it. I am a history buff and stuff like that, but like I'm picky. I'm a picky son of a bitch. So yeah, we're not keeping it. All right, these next books, oh god, okay, hold on. These guys I actually want to replace with better editions of them, so I'm going to do that. Specifically, first off, we have The Odyssey by Homer. This is, I read this, I shit you not, I read this book in my freshman year of high school. My freshman year of high school, I read this book. It was honestly pretty good. The Odyssey is pretty good. It's pretty good. But I've been meaning to get like a copy of the Iliad too. And then I found out that Amazon has some really good editions of both the Odyssey and the Iliad. So we're going to be doing that, which means I don't need this anymore. These next two books are A Tale of Two Cities and Great Expectations, both by Charles Dickens. I've read A Tale of Two Cities, have not read Great Expectations yet. However, I do want to get the Barnes & Noble exclusive editions of these because A, they're much prettier, and B, this is the culmination of my problem with classics. The text is so damn small, and in those editions, the text is appropriately sized, you know? So we're doing that. We're replacing these with those. These next two books, I'm probably going to get another copy of the first one. I don't know what I'm going to do about the second one. I don't think I want to get another copy of it, but we'll decide eventually. But To Kill a Mockingbird and Go Set a Watchman, both by Harper Lee. So here's the thing. I want to read To Kill a Mockingbird. I really, really do. But here's the thing. I just want a better edition of this book before I read it. So I'm going to replace this. But my problem with Go Set a Watchman is that it doesn't match my edition. And also, I know this book was published after Harper Lee died and contains a lot of her like footnotes and stuff like that because her family decided to publish this book in her stead. So I'm not sure how I'm going to feel about it. I'm probably just going to keep it for now. And then we'll decide when I read To Kill a Mockingbird, you know, so we'll do that. But as of now, both of these are pretty firmly in my mind going to go, you know, so. And then these next ones, people are going to be real mad at me about it. So, well, let's start with this one because this one doesn't have any definitive things. The Adventures of Huckleberry Finn. I'm getting rid of this because I have no intention of reading it and I don't know why I have it. I honestly don't even remember where I got it, to be honest. And it also has that, you know, small ass type problem. Drives me nuts. God, hydrate. All right. Back to yelling. I'm not yelling, but yeah, but these ones are going to get me yelled at. I can already feel it. So let's start with these. First off, these are getting replaced eventually. Not now, but eventually. So what we have is what are these? The Heroes of Olympus series and the third book in the Trials of Apollo series by Rick Riordan. I don't have the full series of the Heroes of Olympus, honestly, and I do want to get it, but like these editions, honestly, they aren't in the best condition at all, so I'm probably going to get rid of them. Actually, yeah. The only one that's not really in the best of condition is the Blood of Olympus. So yeah, but, so yeah, that's the thing. But I only have books 3, 4, and 5, and I'm probably going to, now that I'm looking at it, I'm probably just going to replace the Blood of Olympus, you know? And with the Trials of Apollo, I only have book 3. So I don't know. This was part of like that book box thing that I was telling you guys about, from my school. They had all of those books there and I was literally like, gimme, I'm taking them. So I took them, you know? And they're all in pretty decent condition. Well, except for, you know, the Blood of Olympus. But honestly, I kind of want to get like new editions of all of them. But we'll see. My what was supposed to be my Harry Potter era became my, my Percy Jackson era. And like, I'm pretty firm with that. I haven't read, Harry Potter yet. I plan to eventually, but we're not doing that yet. Yeah. So we're doing that. We're probably going to replace all of these. Just going to say that. Oof. Don't fall, please, and thank you. This is how tall the stack is next to me. And then these ones you're going to be even more mad at me about. It's the full Percy Jackson and the Olympian series. These are getting replaced. That's the only reason I'm getting rid of them. They are getting replaced. My editions don't match, and that's specifically what bothers me the most about this. Because I have the one with like the matching spines, and then the first one is the first edition paperback. I'm keeping this first edition paperback. I'm not getting rid of this, honestly, because my friend gave this to me, and this was the first Percy Jackson book I've ever read. And honestly, sentimental value trumps space. So this is staying, right? But these have to go. I've already found, actually, there's actually a seller on Mercari who's selling the first edition paperbacks of the Percy Jackson and the Olympian series for $55. I shit you not. And quite literally, I'm sitting here like, I'm sitting here like, she does not know, this person does not know how hard they can just play capitalism with that. Because okay, for less than $100. And you know what? I could probably make an offer. That's probably what I'm gonna be doing. It's like, so anyways, these are getting replaced fairly soon. But yeah. So, I'm gonna have to show you my floor after this because this carnage is a mess, you know? But either way, in total, I am getting rid of 22 books, and I have obtained 16, which is honestly a little bit of a bigger margin than I was expecting. And to be entirely honest, I was like, do series even count? And then I was like, fine, they do, because it's about quantity. But yeah, I've obtained 16 books, but I'm getting rid of 22, which I think is honestly really good for me. I'm making progress. They looked pretty equal on the floor when I stacked them up to make this video, but all in all, I'm actually pretty proud of myself for getting rid of more books than I have obtained, to make for that space that I'm going to desperately need because of my book buying habits. But either way, that brings this video to an end, you guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a like. And if you want to see more of my content, please hit the bell icon. Please hit subscribe and hit the bell icon so you get notified every time I post a new video. I post weekly on this channel, so don't miss out. Also, leave me comments down below what you want to see from me, what I should put on my TBR, what I should move up my TBR, and you know, just leave me comments about what you're reading now. I always get really excited when I see your comments. It makes me feel so happy and appreciated. Anyways, guys, I love you, my little Lumas. Bye. So this is the carnage. That pile looks so unstable. Ooh. But you know, it's fine. Now I need to put all this back. Well, except for that pile, but like, now I need to put all this back, and I need to figure out where I'm gonna put that. Jesus. All right. I'm gonna go do that.